How y'all doing today? Now I've just placed a Coke in front of you, a 12-ounce can of Coca Cola, and you're looking at me like, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, I'm going to tell you in this speech, I'm going to tell you what you can do with that. But first I'm going to begin by telling you that I am a recovering cokehead. And no, not the illegal kind, but the kind that I would wake up in the morning, pop the top on a can of Coca Cola, and I would drink a Coke pretty much all day long, at least consuming a six-pack for the day. Now, there are many other uses for Coca Cola besides just consuming it. I'm going to tell you about 3 other uses. We're removing rust, taking the sting out of jellyfish stings, and taking that black scum off the bottom of your pots and pans. So, let's get started and pop the top on this thing. An alternative use for Coca-Cola is to remove rust off of anything metal. And it's really a simple process. You get a cup, you fill it up with Coke, you drop the rusted object into the cup, let it sit overnight. Now you're going to want to look at it, and you want to go see if it's working. Don't mess with it, leave it there overnight untouched. Then, in the morning, get up, take the rusted object out of the cup, and the rust will be coming off into your hand. Get a towel, wipe it down, the rust comes right off because the acid's in the Coke. Eat away at the rust, loosening it, then the towel takes it all the way off. Okay, let's continue while your drink is still cold. Another alternative use for Coca-Cola is jellyfish stings. Alright, imagine this. You're at the beach with your friends playing volleyball. You are showing off like crazy because there's these 2 girls that have been watching you all day. Y'all been flirting back and forth with both of them, and you are really trying to show off in this volleyball game. So much so that you've gotten quite hot. You've built up quite a sweat. You decide you need to go down to the water to cool off. So, you walk down to the water looking as cool as possible. You get in. Feels very refreshing. It's really working on cooling you down. Then, all of a sudden, your right arm feels like it's on fire. What happened is you just got stung by a jellyfish. Now, you're thinking, I need to get back to the beach as fast as possible. So it looks like you're running across the top of the water to get to your friends. You get back over to your friends, looking for any kind of help that they can give you, and then one of them breaks the bad news to you. He's going to have to pee on your arm. So, you're thinking, you look over, you see the 2 girls are still watching you. So there's no possible way that you can have your friend pee on your arm and still look cool in front of those girls. So, it's just at that point, you remember, this guy in my speech class said that there was other uses of Coca-Cola, and one of them was to treat jellyfish stings. And you just so happen to have a Coca-Cola in your cooler. So you get in your cooler, pop the top on it, pour it on your arm, ta-da. The sting goes away, and you still look macho in front of the girls. Okay, let's continue. Maybe I'll save you from an embarrassing situation. Let's get on to the next use. One last alternative use for Coca-Cola is to clean that black film off your pots and pans. Once again, really simple process. All you do is fill the pan up, or the pot, with Coca-Cola. Just so it's covering at least an inch into the bottom of the pan. Let it simmer for an hour, then pour the Coke out, get a towel, wipe it down. If it doesn't all come off, do it again, but it will eventually all come off. Now, it can also be used to clean other things. I have an officer that lives down the street from me, 2 houses down. Occasionally he'll come by and we'll talk at the curb over what's happened that day or what's going on. So one day he was out at the curb and we were talking, and he says, I noticed there was a big stain in the road. What used to be a small animal, it looks like. So I get to talking to him about it, and he says that he keeps 2 3-liter bottles of Coca-Cola in his squad car for that very purpose. Shows up on wrecks, shows up in red, sees roadkill out there, uses the Coca-Cola, pours it on there, scrubs the street, the stain comes out. So, now, it's time to crush the can, wrap this thing up. I've shown you that there are other uses of Coca-Cola that don't include consuming it. There's too many other ways to discuss with you right now. One being a Mentos fountain, which I'd like to see, and another one being just to kill your regular bugs. Now, if you haven't already, feel free to have a Coke on me, and y'all have a great day.